Hello and welcome to the weekend review for the week ending Friday, October the 20th, 2017. I'm going to review the action in the 220 EMA Upside Breakout system as I have done over the past several weeks. And I am not an investment advisor. I'm not recommending it to trade any stocks. Backtesting has limitations and all trading involves risk. You need to do your own due diligence. If you missed the webinar on the 220 EMA Upside Breakout trading system, you can take a replay. It's available right now at edgerator.com/details.aspx CTX equals 220 EMA webinar. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to first of all choose my template. Now I'm going to be using a version of the template that is not yet released, but it will be available very shortly. And I've just made some improvements to the template I've been using over the past several weeks. So you'll see what they are when I run this. So my date is 10/20/2017. That's the last end of day data. Just going to run this quickly. And you can probably immediately see some improvements to this template. So right now it's going to be telling me if the system is in a trade. So in trade, yes, means the system is in a trade. The breakout happened and it's currently in a hold position. It's already sorted by stocks that are in a trade, and it's also sorted by the current highest percent gainers within that trade. So in the current open trade, we can see that we have Cores is at 35% currently. Micron is at 34%. Cree is at 34%. PBYI is at 31% and so on. So you can see that all the way down through here. And as always, we can double click on one of these, and if I just position this on one side of my screen and the report on the other side of the screen, I can easily go down through the list and see the action in the week. And the blue line at the bottom, when it's a 1 value, that's when it entered the trade, and you can see it's still in the trade here. And so this is Cores at 35% gain. Micron looks like it had a reasonable week. Cree had a great week with this big move up here on the Wednesday. PBYI looks like it's sort of even for the week, and so on. We can see all the way down through the list the ones that are currently in open trades that are doing really well. Now what I've done before is show the stocks from this system that closed during the week, and before what I had to do in order to show that was run a trade simulation. Well, the modification to this template is that you can actually now see the closed trades, and in order to do that I will look at the prior trade set of columns, which will show me the entry date, the exit date, number of bars in trade, entry price, exit price, dollar gain, that's per share, and percent gain. And also percent gain, you can consider that is what would have happened if you had invested, say, $100 in a trade. You would have lost, in this case, $1, and so on and so forth. So that's useful to do a equal dollar amount per trade. So what I can do here to find trades that close this week is just sort this, or filter this, I should say, by the exit date column. And I know that the dates this week were the 16th through the 20th, so I'll turn off everything else except for October 20th, 19th, 18th, 17th, and 16th. So now we have the list of trades closed this week. I will sort this by percent gain. So at the top of the list you've got Alcoa, that did close, that was a 40% gain, nice gain there. Navistar did also close at a 34% gain, and so on. You can go down through the list and you can just see the stocks and the way they acted throughout the trade. Now what I like to do is, in order to review this, is see if by closing the trades, if the week was a positive week or a negative week. So one way that you can do that easily within this template, or within this report that's produced from the template, is to go to the very end of this column, and at the top here there's an allow editing feature. So in reality what you're looking at here is a spreadsheet, and spreadsheets generally have calculation capabilities. It's no different in this spreadsheet. So in order to add up or subtotal all of these filtered values here, I can say there's a function, and it's equivalent to Excel function, so you can just say equals subtotal, and the subtotal, the function for summing it's a function number 9 actually, and if you go to the top of the list, I'm going to say this is the range I want to subtotal. Now you could just use sum here, but sum doesn't take into account the filtering that you've added to a column, but subtotaling does. So here we can see that we did end up with a positive week altogether. So 174%. And so yes, overall this week was a positive week in these stocks. Now let's take a look at, let's go back, and I just wanted to show quickly some of the trades that had the worst performance that were closed this week. So they're at the bottom of the list, and if I select one of these, I can see Freeport McMoran was the worst trade, and this is kind of typical in the way that the trades fail. You have an entry indicated by 2 clear bars above the 20 EMA. It sets up an entry. This one here gapped over the entry price, so the entry would have been taken at the open of this bar. Let me zoom in a little so you can see here. The entry would have been taken at the open of this bar, wide ranging day, and then just sold off and tagged the 20 EMA for a loss. So the system in general tries to get you out of trades quickly and tries to keep you into trades that are working, and that's the essentials of a trend trading system. And the way that this one does it may be slightly different to the way that other trend trading systems do it, but this is, I've always said, this is a bare bones system. It's very simple rules, and it's a great way to monitor what is working in the market. And you can do this on a daily basis. You can run this intraday if you like. If you are trying to find good trades to make and what is firing today, then a great way to do that is to, first of all, we'll get back to normal by clearing all the filters, and we'll come into the very first set of columns in the spreadsheet, and there's this entered today column. Okay, and if I sort by entered today, then all of the ones that entered today are currently in a trade, and here's the list of stocks that entered today. They all meet the criteria for this trading system. So as you can see, this is the next batch of things that have the potential to make good trend moves. So very easy to see with this report. And if you want to find exited today, we can go down and we just look at why they exited, tag the 20 EMA. You can also scroll over to the prior trade column. It's not currently in a trade, so there's no open trade values, but the prior trade column now shows us that this was a 3% gain in this position. So the entry was on this bar here at 44.58, and the exit was at 46.11. So a 3% gain in this position. So that's it for the week, and this template will be available shortly. Keep an eye out for that, and happy trading, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye for now.